welcome to another episode of Lucklight Plays. We're continuing our run-through of Destiny of an Emperor. Let me show you the different buildings in each town, that way you get a general grasp of what the heck I'm doing in town all the time. And then we will head off to our first storyline battle. This building here is the essentially where you can drop off and pick up people. Right now I only have the one person in here, Song Yong, who we never used. But your max amount of people you can have in your party actively is 7. I have 5, 1 in the bank. But you can recruit almost any soldier that you run into later in the game. The way it works is, if they're in a storyline battle that you haven't done yet, you can't recruit them. It doesn't even give you the option. Otherwise, this is the food place. I bought some food already. I needed to. Once you clear out the storyline battle that they're in, and they're not, like, say, a main character in the story, you can recruit them later. Sometimes it'll cost you money, sometimes it'll cost you an item. Sometimes they'll just join outright, sometimes they'll just tell you to screw. But you can eventually get almost every character in this game. Only certain characters level up, usually your mainline generals like Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and anybody who's kind of part of the, in the book, the story that they were on this side already. Characters that you just recruit out of nowhere, like the optional ones, don't level up. So they'll start off strong, and then they'll start to outlive their usefulness. We are not at a point where we can recruit a person yet, because we haven't done any storyline battles, but we're going to get to that point. You actually need to clear this area at the end. So, alright, so without further ado, let's start our first storyline battle. Each storyline battle will take place in either a castle, a rival castle, or, say, in a, you'll see like a little gate. Gates are pretty popular later in the game. You'll see like 2 or 3 before each castle, and they'll just be like, you know, kind of mini bosses, I guess you could call them. But anyway, this is our first storyline battle. And they usually talk. They talk crap before each fight. So let's check them out. Kind of D-range attack, but nothing really to write home about. I'm kind of prepped for these fights. I leveled up to, I think, like level 5 or so, and I have some spells now. So we should be okay. As long as Songren's not getting his butt kicked. So let me actually use some of the spells. They're all in Chinese, or translated Chinese, but still Chinese pronounced. So figuring out what they are is actually sometimes a little bit difficult. So I know Lian Huo is the fire spell, so I'm going to use that. Qi Jin is the healing spell. I can tell you that right now. Shu Tu I completely forgot, and I think Wo Jian provides an extra resistance against fire. Okay, Shu Tu is the water attack, but you need to be near water for it to work, which I'm not. So it's kind of a provisional spell. You can only use it in certain places. So, and I think Wu Jian is just resistance against fire, so we're just gonna use more fire. And as I get spells, I will describe what they do. Now, there is a I guess you could call it a ROM hack of this game that turns all the spells into more English-sounding things, like the fire spells actually called fire, and things are a little bit more streamlined. I may play that afterwards as part of the Gaiden series, just because it changes the game so much that it feels like a new game. It changes the spells, it changes the pronunciations of the names, the spellings of the names. Capcom kind of did a good job at butchering some of the names. Song Ren doesn't exist. I can tell you that right now. He's just kind of a throw-in. But Mi Jie is not a character. Mi Zhu is a character. Mi Zhu is one of the first guys that Liu Bei gets in the book. One of the first, not the first, but one of the first. And a little side note, storyline battles will give you rations as well, so as you take them from the castle. So let's heal up. I don't know how the generals going to the inn restores your soldiers, but we'll just go with it. So let's talk to some people. So some yellow scarves are hiding in the town. That's the item shop. I don't need any items at this point. So it gives us a hint on where we're going next. To a fortress in the west. Must claim the 5 tigers before you can conquer the dragon. Okay. That's just a hint for the end of the game. My son Cheng Deng is a martial arts master. Chen Deng is an actual character, but he never really joined Liu Bei. He kind of stuck around for a little bit and then disappeared. So he's got pretty decent intelligence as well, which really translates to anything's better than Song Ren. These characters are just there to fill up spots until you get actual characters. So we're gonna transfer all of the weapons and armor that Song Ren had over to Chen Deng, and we're gonna equip them. Now what we need to do is we need to go back and drop Song Ren, because if I do any fights, Song Ren's gonna be forced into the battle because Mi Jie is the strategist and will be ejected from the battle if you have too many people. So let's go drop him. Later on in the game, I keep my strategist separate from the actual fights, so this won't be a thing later on. But right now, I want to use talent over just useless bodies. So anyway, this gentleman will fight us. I'm Ma Yuan-Yi. You are foolish enough to attack the Yellow Scarves. You will find your impertinence very costly. So another storyline fight. Well, no sense in saving our powers, just use it. We're in the middle of town. We can heal. You'll see that the fire damage is doing quite a bit on them. Now as their hit points drop, their attack power drops as well, because they don't have so many soldiers, clanging swords on you. So if you have a powerful enemy that you're fighting, lowering their hit points will translate to them not hitting you as hard. Same thing goes for you. If the enemy, say, reduces Zhang Fei's hit points to like 10, he's not going to do much damage. He's going to do some damage, but he's not going to do a lot. So keeping yourself healed is important, not just for health reasons, but for attack reasons as well. And I gained a level. We got the Cheng Nei tactic, which I'll tell you that I think that raises your defense a little bit. Go southwest and you'll find Mount Dajing, Citadel of the Yellow Scarves. Going right to the end. Okay, so we have cleared this castle. The castle is now ours. So we can head back to the original castle here. And we're gonna save our game. We're gonna head right to the next one. Great. Okay. So the next one's gonna be a little bit more difficult. I would say Zhang Liang and his forces were only kind of a training mode, get you into the game. Here we go. Here's our next battle. No idea what that meant, but okay. So now we're facing two generals, Zhang Bao and Cheng Yuanji. He's got decent intelligence, and he has all those spells on him. Cheng Yuanji is kind of useless. He has a Lian Huo, but he's not going to really use it. So first things first, we need to take out the actual danger here. We'll raise our defense and use some fire. Oh, I'm sorry, the Cheng Nei spell actually lowers their defense, not raises one. Okay. So I'm gonna use one more fire, and we're gonna save the rest for healing if I need it. A good critical hit there. Oh no, it does raise intelligence. Defense. Why did it seem like I did something different when I used it? Let me use it again. Maybe I just read it wrong? It's been a while. It really has. No, I failed anyway. Whatever. Zhang Bao was defeated. Cheng Yuanji, I kind of ran into fights with him out in the field, so I know I can just kind of bash him in. Oh, we did use that Lian Huo. Didn't really do much, but... Retreat there, too strong. Alright, got him. A fortress called Tie Menjia. Alright. Now, I kind of check these pots every time, because every once in a while you'll find something. Not in that specific one, but anytime you go into a fortress. Like that, axe. We're actually going to pass the axe over to Zhang Fei, since he's our strongest guy. Great. Zhang Bao and Zhang Liang have a brother named Zhang Jiao. Spelled wrong. Yeah, the quote-unquote ROM hack version fixes everyone's name, so his name, Zhang Jiao, is spelled correctly. So let us sell the... let's sell that flail. Since we no longer need it. And what we could do, since we'll kind of need it later, is we could buy some leather armor, which is better than the robes. I'll pop it on Zhang Fei as well. So he'll be surviving and stronger. And we can sell the robes. Great. Alright. We're all set up. No, I didn't. I'm gonna do that. Alright, so on the next episode, we're actually going to go after the leader of the Yellow Scars, after we took out 2 of his top generals, which they don't really explain in the game, but in the book, they're all brothers. Zheng Liang, Zheng Bao, Zheng Jiao, they all have the same surname. So, on the next episode, we're going after him, and we're going to see if we can finish off the evil Yellow Scars and reclaim China for our own. So I hope you come back for that. My name is Lucklight, thank you for watching, and have a good one.